Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is another video on Maximum Football. If you don't know who I am, my name is Scott. I am a recovering, retired variety streamer on Twitch. Well, semi-retired. We don't know if we're coming back yet. A lot of reasons for that, but wanted to come back and do another video on Maximum Football. We are now a month since the latest update and the introduction of franchise mode. And when we left this, we went over a variety of different assorted bugs and kind of talked about the things that Maximum Football's team needs to fix. And unfortunately, we really haven't heard too much from the devs. We've heard really just briefly we heard you, stay tuned, we heard you, but that's all fine and well, but the problem is you released a brand new game mode and unfortunately it doesn't work. It doesn't work correctly. So we're gonna go through some stuff today and show you kind of what's going on with franchise mode. So we still have 60 days left in this season. This is a holiday season pass. While I appreciate the coins and the packs, if you play Madden Maximum Pro League, which is their Madden Ultimate team, which is what I meant to say, I'm gonna leave that in. Fuck it. There's a lot of stuff in here that nobody asked for. Nobody wants a football helmet with antlers on it. You know, nobody wants Santa. I mean, this face mask is cool. I think some of the Buffalo Bills players use this without the Rudolph nose. You can't get this without the Rudolph nose. You can only get it like this. So all the dev team or the art team would have to do, knock the nose off. I'll rock that shit all day. You know, we have Santa gloves, you know, which I don't even think work. I don't even think I can select them in the custom player, you know, snowflake jerseys, and then there's Santa boots, cleats around here somewhere. There they are. So this is really stuff that nobody asked for. And, you know, and the football is red with snowflakes. We kind of covered it in the previous video. So we have to look at this for another 60 days. I feel like this probably should have been a shorter event. It's a little tone deaf, I'm not going to lie to you. And again, as I said in my previous video, and thank you all for watching that, I appreciate it. A lot of really positive feedback, so thank you so much. I said, you know, I don't want to bash this game too much because these guys are trying. They want to introduce a free-to-play game, and there's a lot of things I like about the game, and I was looking forward to franchise mode because the Dynasty mode is like a college-based game. And I did that for like 5 or 6 seasons, and then of course you have Maximum Pro League, and I've been playing that just because I really have nothing else to do, because my mode, the one that I wanted to play, was franchise, and it doesn't work. So I'm going to kind of show you some of the things that don't work about it. I'm going to be really specific. So what I've done is I've created another franchise. So last time, if you saw my previous video, I did I think it was a 32 team league with the Venice Beach Swoller Bears, one of my created teams, custom logo, the whole thing. And this is the Queen City Enforcers, and this is actually named after one of my old fantasy football teams back when I was playing fantasy football like 20 years ago. So the issue here is this. So we're playing with the Enforcers. I have played my first round playoff game. I have played it 4 times. My opening round playoff game. So to give you an idea, we are 9-1 in the season. We're number 1, and we are playing one of the other custom teams I made, the Los Angeles Influencers. I have played this game 4 times, and I'm going to show you what happens when we play this game. Hopefully we can win again. So I've won all 4 times, and it will not advance me to the next round. This was a 10 team, or I'm sorry, this was an 8 team. I gotta go back. 8 team league. 10-week season, regular season. So I made a smaller franchise because in the previous game, the previous season, or franchise I did, I lost the playoff game, as you guys saw. And it actually, I noticed when I watched the video back that the final score I lost by and all the stats were completely different than the actual result of the game that you saw in the video. And that was another bug I hadn't noticed. So I've won this game 4 times. The score has been accurate, but you'll see it actually kicks me out of the mode. And when I go back in, it's like I never played it. So we're going to go ahead and play this game real quick. We're also going to go over some other bugs and things that I've picked up. So here are match options. Again, the name of the team is the Queen City Enforcers, but you'll notice it says Bangor. Bangor, Maine is my hometown. You can see the sign back there. I don't live there anymore, but that's where I'm from, where I lived the first 38 years of my life. it should say Queen City, but it focuses on the town you put in under location, so it's pulling from the wrong field. So that's one thing that I've noticed. Minor thing, an easy, easy fix. And then the Los Angeles influencers. I love how this logo came out. I spent probably 6 or 8 hours on it. I thought it was really cool, and so I got a huge kick out of how it ended up. So this is our first round playoff game, and the winner advances to the championship. Yeah, we're just going to run it back. So I'm going to show you. So here we are at the stadium. This is Castonguay Stadium is what it's called. I like it because it's on like a river or a lake, very similar to, Maine, like the lake that I kayak on when I still go home to visit. All right, so they're going to get the ball first. We're going to go ahead and kick it off here. I will tell you, on gridiron difficulty, there is still a lot of bullshit when it comes to teleporting through players and broken tackles and stuff like that, and OP stiff arms. But it is a good challenge. So we are not going to be handed this game. I have won every game, and I've won them pretty well, but it will not be an easy thing to do. Yeah, we're just going to play defense, do our thing. And I may skip some of these parts for length. We'll see how this goes. We're doing this live, so yeah. So see, he spins around, we get him. So this particular running back, Hubbard, who I played against, that's how I know his name. We've been playing against him so many times. He'll just barrel through everybody. So it's 3-minute quarters. We're playing with custom sliders, and we're playing on gridiron difficulty, which is the hardest in the game. So he got us out in the flat here, and he's probably going to take it to the house. But you'll see, I can't catch him. Even some of these guys have 99 speed, and I can't catch him. It's just the ratings kind of, they only mean things at certain times, and then other times it feels like it slows the game down to complete the animation it wants to complete. So I've had situations where I've had guys with crazy fast speed not be able to run guys down from behind because that's not what the game wants to do. It wants to complete the action. So the fact that it's kind of apparent that there's some animation or event-based things going on versus physics-based, and it feels a little bit like it's predestined or predetermined. I'm not saying that happens throughout the entire game, but I'm saying there are some instances where that could definitely happen. The injuries are really a problem. I mean, especially in the regular season, like, he's down with muscle soreness first time we touched the ball on offense. Like, that's insane. So there are some things that need to be looked at as far as that's concerned. I think a lot of what I've heard from some of the guys on the Maximum Discord, which I do spend a lot of time on lately, is that they feel that the Maximum Pro League, or the MUT derivative, plays probably the best and the most competitive. And I'm inclined to believe them. There's still a lot of problems there. There's a high ping issue if you're the away team. There's some concerns about some exploits, but for the most part, it does play pretty well. Where this is a little bit overpowered. Yeah, see, they're making adjustments, which is really good. That's actually really intelligent, and that's good to see. I'm going to throw stiff arm here. Get off me. There you go. But the fair catch in the end zone bug where it starts on the goal line still exists. Some issues with, you can throw a pass into triple coverage and it'll just teleport into the hands of the receiver. That still exists. So there's definitely things that need some work, and we're going to see how many bugs we can find just playing this one game. So hopefully, get off me. Oh, nice stiff arm. See, that stiff arm's still super OP though. Like, I shouldn't be able to stiff arm somebody that they go back 3 yards or 2.5. Like, there should be at least a little bit of fighting in there. Maybe you keep him back for an extra frame or an extra couple of frames, but the occasional Derrick Henry stiff arm where you just completely knock somebody out. With a power back, I could see that, but every single runner has this capability. So even though my running back is a power back, if I had a little scat back or a little speed back, he would still have the same, Thanos type of, banish them to the shadow realm type of stiff arm, and it really is OP. I thought they had fixed it because I was playing Dynasty the other night, and it seemed to be a little less intense, and we thought maybe there was like a hot fix that they didn't tell us about. But the more that I've been playing it, it's pretty evident that that's not true. So All right, so we're tied at 7. 2 minutes to go in the half. We're the 2-minute warning. They have the ball. It's going to be a... They're going to... Yeah, so good. All right, that was good. The defense still doesn't pursue very well. Like, they'll look right at the guy and they won't adjust. Like, they'll just keep running on the same path in the same direction. And again, it's kind of predictable. It just feels like it's more designed to... You know, there isn't really a lot of IQ. What I was told, and I think I said this in the previous video, that the defense was supposedly better before, but people complained about it being OP. So now it's this. I get it, but I feel like it may be, you know, bad the other way. All right, so we got one-on-one. Yeah, see, nobody comes down here to. The other thing that there's a bug is that if you drop back far enough to pass, even if they're in like deep zone, after some time, everybody will start rushing in after the quarterback, and then just leave everybody open, which is a common bug that is used in online play. That exploit is used quite a bit with online players. All right, so here we come. Over the middle. Oh, he fumbled. Our ball. Now, I'm going to take that, but that's a cheesy fumble. I mean, he's a highly rated running back. I know, because I played him 4 previous times. And he's just standing there. Again, it feels like a random event. It was a single hit. I mean, it worked for us, but it just doesn't feel like organic. And I think that's, you know, what I'm struggling with that. So we're going to call a timeout. We're going to try and get the lead, and then we can try to pull off the double. So we're going to try the crossing around again and hope we don't get picked. 17 seconds. Over the middle. We're looking up the field and completely sailed it. And again, this is a slant play that I'm running. So I'm running this play here. I'm running Razor. So Razor on the left-hand side here. See, like right there. But if I don't throw it fast enough, they will break into a go route. They should be running to the sideline is what they should be doing. That's what they should be doing. They shouldn't be breaking toward the, you know, breaking to a go route like that. So they should just be running the slant all the way across the field, but that's not what they're doing. So we're going to try and get in field goal range here. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. Get out of bounds. Oh, the clock is running. That's bullshit. All right. All right, 2 seconds left. We're going to have to kick a long field goal. We have Ray Finkel. Ray Finkel is our kicker. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. If you know, you know. All right. The kick is away. Nice. It's good. So when you aim the kick, it does have a slight curve to it, which I do like because you have to account for the physics all the way, which is kind of innovative, and I think it adds a little bit more of a challenge to kicking. But if you're used to, you know, older football games or Madden or, you know, even old games like NFL Game Day or Quarterback Club or you know, stuff like that, it is a little bit different because normally if you just, you know, nail the angle, it's fine. All right, so we're going to try and double up on our score here, but that's going to be the thing. It isn't really going to matter, and that's the sad part. So I'm going to play this game. I'm going to win this game, and then it's going to kick me out, and I'll show you about all that in a second. Still don't really understand the play names, the passing names. Yeah, he's out on the edge. Good out route, touchdown. Beautiful. All right, good separation there. Nice play. Just to kind of give a rundown on the things that I'd like to see when it comes to gameplay. Some of the things that the Max team needs to address immediately. The fair catch issue in the end zone, where, first of all, you don't really call fair catch in the end zone on a kickoff. That's not really a behavior, but the CPU does it a lot. But if you're going to call a fair catch in the end zone or down the ball in the end zone, the ball should come out to the 20-yard line or the 35, whatever rules you have set up. It shouldn't start on the goal line. Secondly, there's another issue where if you're on the goal line and you throw a swing pass or a screen pass and it goes incomplete and it falls in the end zone, you immediately kick off to the other team like a safety. You don't get the 2 points for a safety. It just makes you kick off to the other team. That's not realistic. That's something else that needs to be looked at. There's a lot of issues when it comes to catch mechanics, pursuit angles for the defense. They just stand around in a lot of cases. The randomly slowing down of fast players. You know, a lot of those things are issues, but there's a lot of gameplay. But the things that really need to be addressed right away on the field, the touchback bug in the end zone, and then throwing those incomplete passes out of the end zone. In franchise itself, there have been a lot of different things that I have seen and other players have seen, according to what they've said in the Discord, one of which we're going to see after I win this game, which is it will not advance the playoffs. It won't advance the playoffs. But I played a different franchise where I won my playoff game, and I think I played an 12-team league or 18-team league, something like less than 32. And I won my first round playoff game by 2 touchdowns against Cleveland, and I went out to the menu to advance the brackets for everybody else, and I thought I picked that. And it gave me a loss by a completely different score with completely different stats. So I don't remember what it was because I was so shocked when it happened. It was something like I won like 32-18 or something like that. Then when I left the game, it said I lost 25-12. And it was a completely different set of stats. So like if I threw for 300 yards, my quarterback showed on the stat sheet that I only threw for like 157 and 3 touchdowns, or three interceptions. It was a completely made up other game that never happened. It's like I simmed it. So that's what happened the first time I ran a franchise. The second time, I lost my playoff game, and that was on my first video, and it advanced me normally, except I was above the cap, so I really couldn't go anywhere. This one here, I managed the cap well. I don't have... and that's the other thing. The last franchise I had 5 guys on my team with broken necks, which is not even remotely realistic. This one, the season went pretty normally. I didn't really have any problems, but I can't advance my playoffs, which you're going to see at the end of this game. What are we at? 2:46 to go in the fourth quarter, so this is going to happen pretty soon. So 2:46 to go in the fourth quarter, now 2:20. And yeah, what's going to happen is that I'm going to finish this game, and I'm not going to be able to advance. So one of the biggest things that we're dealing with right now is that this mode has been out for a month. It came out December 23rd. So it's been out for a month. All right, we're going to score. And we've heard nothing from the team. There was a brief announcement and shout out to MXFB Luke. Luke is a member of the team, and I think he's the community manager in the Discord. And he says, look, we hear you, we're working on it, the team understands, and I appreciate him for that. But it's been a month, and we need to know what specifically is being prioritized. I don't think that's too much to ask, just because they've been back from their holiday break. It's been a month since the franchise mode came out, and it's their brand new mode, and it doesn't work. I mean, this is a big deal. This is like a safety recall on a car. Like, this doesn't work. And to say nothing, it's frustrating a lot of people. And, a lot of people will say, well, it's a free-to-play game. That's true, but some of us bought the Dynasty mode, or the franchise mode, so we could have unlimited plays, because it's a ticket-based system if you don't have that. But also, we did it to support the devs and support the product and support the project. And to hear nothing and wonder, okay, are we going to have to sit with this Christmas-themed season pass until March, which is bad enough, but no bug fixes, game-breaking features that are not working? And that's the part where I'm a little concerned, because and I haven't. Those of you who follow me on Twitch, know that I have a whole professional career. Well, that's a pick six. I have a whole professional career. I've worked in corporate business for over 30 years. I know what the marketplace expects, and I think a lot of the users of this game have been very patient. Of course, you're going to have your detractors that cry about everything, and they want mascots and shit like that. But a lot of us are just like, we just want core gameplay to be good. Like, I don't need all this other stuff. Like, if you want to give me a helmet with a Rudolph nose on it, I wouldn't even care about it, because I'll never use it. Just make sure the football works. That's the only thing that I'm looking for. So that's kind of what I think that's a reasonable request. Is just to be like, okay, what are the things that you've identified that, okay, this is the stuff we need to do right now. This is like the, DEFCON 1 got to get it done, you know, game breaking stuff. These are the things that we need to fix right now, and here's what our plan is, and then here's some things we're looking at. It's like a 30, 60, 90 type of plan. You know, 30 days we're going to do this, and 60 days we're going to do this, 90 days we're going to do this. But the game as it stands right now can't continue another 60 days before the, you know, I don't know, the Easter season or the Leprechaun St. Patrick's Day pack or whatever they have planned coming out, because it's not what we want. And it's tone deaf, and you know, I understand the art team is separate from the rest, but it's just nobody asked for this stuff, and all we want is gameplay. There are people right now that can't do anything past exhibition. They can't get past exhibition. They can't play any other mode. So I encourage you, if you play this game and you're having trouble, please continue to file bug reports, join the Discord, and you know, to stay up to date, and give these, I mean, be nice to these guys, you know, don't be dicks. I mean, it is a small independent studio, but I don't know that gets you too much slack when the football part is broken. It's a football game. You introduced a new feature, franchise, highly anticipated, and most of the people can't play it. So I'm all for patience, but there's got to be some urgency, because the fact is that, you know, video game players are a fickle bunch, and Madden is going to be free to play on Game Pass and PS Plus here pretty soon, because it usually becomes free around the Super Bowl if you have EA Play, and people are just going to start playing Madden because it's the only option they have. They're going to get frustrated and like, I want to do a franchise, but I can't do it in Maximum Football. Can't use my custom team. Can't use the logo and uniforms that I like. You know, I can't make my friends and my buddies and stuff and put them on a team and go win a championship because the franchise mode doesn't work. So, and here we are. It's 31-14. So we won the game. Congratulations. The 5th time now. 5 times I have won this game. My first round playoff game. I haven't tried in a couple of days. Kind of speed run this game as quick as we could, just so you could see the issue at the end. And I suppose I could cut all this out. But all right, so see what happened now. This cut us back to the first week of the back to our team selection screen. Okay, so if I go in and I go to the bracket, see right there, it doesn't record the game. And you're stuck. I can't advance this franchise. I can't win a championship with my team. I can start another franchise and hope that I can get through that, or have another unintended result like the story I just told about how I won the game, but it gave me a loss and eliminated me. It is not unreasonable to want the features that you've given us to work. Yeah, I just want it to work. I just want this to work. So thank you again very much for watching the video. Thank you for the support on the previous video. I want to make a Maximum Football franchise mode, career mode. Like, I was going to make a series on this whole thing. And I'll just tell you, so I streamed for about 4 years. And some of my real life friends, my brother and some real life friends would come on and play games with us. We play Rainbow Six Siege. We played Fortnite for a number of years. You know, we play a bunch of stuff. And in November, one of my good friends that I know for about 10 years passed away. Real life friend who ended up being a pretty consistent member of the stream. And he passed away in November, very unexpected. And I just kind of lost my heart for streaming. But I thought that I would do some offline stuff on YouTube, because I've kind of neglected YouTube for a while. And the idea was to do a Maximum Football franchise mode series. I made, 12 custom teams, did all the art myself. Was going to, do backstories and fun stuff. And I was really hyped about it. I was like, this is the stuff I like to do. I like to do this, almost RPG type thing. I'm not a Madden Ultimate Team player. I think Madden ruined the game. I'm not an online guy. I wanted to build this thing, and I was so excited to do it. And then I found out I can't advance a season. So all of that's on hold. The one thing that I wanted to do, I can't do. And there are a lot of people like us. Like, we don't all want to play online. We don't all want to play College Dynasty. We want to build a professional league. Some of these guys want to make the real NFL teams and have fun with that. I understand that some of that, there are copyright concerns and there are some things that make that tricky, but just to have the franchise mode work as intended and to be able to advance your league, that should be one of the fundamental features of Maximum Football franchise mode. I don't know that anybody from the team watches this video, but what I will say is this cannot wait until March. This cannot wait until the new season. These fixes need to be implemented now. This feature does not work. This is not a minor, graphic bug or something that could be, patched in a future build or something. One of your fundamental 3 modes in this game, the one that you just released and came with much hype, does not work. This needs to be handled immediately. It's been a month. It has been 30 days since this was released. It has to be fixed now, because if it doesn't, people are going to get frustrated. I'm here for as long as I can be because I put money in this, but people are going to get frustrated. We are going to move on to other games, and this isn't going to sustain itself. This is fundamental stuff. These aren't outrageous requests. These aren't off the wall, asks like, again, let's put mascots, let's put cheerleaders, let's put coaches, that'd be great if all that stuff happens in year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. This is, I want to be able to win a game and advance in my playoffs. I want to be able to, know that I kick a ball deep into the end zone and my CPU is not going to call a fair catch, and then they start on the goal line. I want to be able to know that if I throw a screen pass to try and get out of my end zone and it falls incomplete, that I am not glitched to kicking to the other team and giving up possession, which is not a rule of the game. These are things that need to be cleaned up right now. They need to be addressed right now. And it would be enough for me for someone to just come out and say, we are working on these immediately. We don't have an ETA yet, but you got to have one soon, because these are game-breaking bugs, fundamental bugs. And I'm in it for the long term, but a lot of people aren't going to be. Some of us will be patient, and I will be. And that is what this video is all about. This is a plea that I believe in this game and I want it to get fixed. This isn't complaining. This isn't me going, oh, the devs are trash or all that, because some guys are doing that. And that's just not me. I'm a grown adult. I'm not going to do that. I know how hard it is to do this. This is me saying, guys, you got to get moving, because I'm worried that you're not going to be around in 6 months if you don't get it moving. And some of us will hang out until the very end, but a lot of people, they're going to go to other games. They're going to go to other games. They're going to go play Madden when it's free, and they're not going to entertain this. And I really, really want this to work. I cannot tell you enough how much I want this to work. So that's enough of me. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you watch this again, thank you. If you didn't watch the previous video, please go back. It was earlier this month. Drop me a subscribe if you want to. If you don't, it's fine. I'm not trying to tell you how to run your life. Please hop on the Maximum Football Discord. I'll put the link down in the description, and share the things that you're dealing with for bugs and glitches, or give positive feedback. There's definitely positive feedback as well. I am not, full disclosure, not an employee and not a mod. I'm not a shill. All the stuff I just said would be the complete opposite if I was. This is just a guy who's played a lot of football video games in my many years on this planet, and I really just want this to work out. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much. And if there's anything else you want to see about this game, something you want me to look at or comment on, comment below. You guys know what to do. You're presumably functional human beings. I don't know why I'm telling you what to. You know how to do. YouTube's been around forever. You know how to do this. Anyway, I'm out. Bye.